My discomfort with being bored as a woman with ADHD in midlife. Hi everybody. Welcome back to the Midlife ADHD group chat. My name is Maureen. Welcome, welcome. Today I would like to talk about boredom and ADHD and how uncomfortable I am with being bored. And I'm wondering if any of you out there feel the same. I'm just really uncomfortable with being bored. So as I've mentioned before, I started doing these videos. I've been learning so much about myself. So much about myself. I was diagnosed 2.5 years ago, and I really started studying ADHD. And I mean studying. I'm like that. I don't know if others are like this, but I really can hyper-focus on a subject. So I'll kind of go in and out. You know, I'm like really studying and researching, and then for a month or so, and then I take a break, and I go back to it after a few months. But I thought I was really learning, like really understanding myself so much in the past 2.5 years since my diagnosis. For those who are new, I'm 62. I was diagnosed a week before I turned 60. I checked every symptom box on both sides, according to the neuropsychologist who tested me. And I have the diagnosis of ADHD combined type moderate. Okay. So, yeah, I've been really studying a lot. Now, there is so much I have not connected with ADHD, and actually had not connected with ADHD really until starting this channel, which I started about, at this point, 6 weeks maybe it's been. Yeah, so I'm learning a lot. I am learning so much about myself, which is really cool, I guess. I mean, I'm one of those people, I really truly believe in knowledge is power. I really do. And I think for me, it's a really, I think I'm a natural learner, and I'm naturally curious. I've always been like that since a kid. But also, I think for me, researching decreases my anxiety about things. So anyway, I have been researching. I did not understand that boredom was part of my ADHD at all. At all. And then I started reading a little more here and there about it. And I remember a couple of months ago, my therapist was late for whatever reason. We were on, which is unlike her. It's usually I'm the one that's late by a few minutes. But anyway, she was. We do Zoom. I've been seeing her since she's the one that suggested I get get tested. So I've been seeing her a little over 2.5 years. So anyway, she was late for whatever reason, and I had to wait. So I'm waiting for the Zoom. And it says, you know, we've let your, you know, the other person know that you're here. You know how it is on Zoom. And then you have to wait. And you don't know how long you're going to wait. It could be 2 seconds, or it could be 2 minutes, or it could be 5 minutes, whatever. And so it was a few minutes. It was, I mean, not a long time, everybody. I'm not exaggerating. Maybe 3 minutes I had to wait for or something. I was so uncomfortable. Oh, my God. And the thing was, I didn't know what to do. I mean, I'm not kidding. I mean, and I'm really thinking, should I get up and leave and go do something? And I even thought, that's weird. Like, why can't you just be comfortable for a few minutes? So anyway, she came on. It could have been 1 or 2 minutes. I have no idea. But it was not long, 1 to 3 minutes maybe. And I remember telling her, geez, you know, I was really uncomfortable. Like, it was uncomfortable for me. I don't know how else to word it. So I looked it up. So I thought this was pretty interesting. So let me read a little bit. And I'll tell you how it relates to me. And while I'm talking, I hope you're thinking about, how does this relate to me? Or does it? Okay. I wrote, my discomfort with being bored. Boredom is uniquely uncomfortable in ADHD because the brain is chronically low in dopamine, the neurotransmitter responsible for motivation and reward. When understimulated, the ADHD brain starves for engagement, turning mild monotony into severe emotional distress, restlessness, or a feeling of physical pain that forces an urgent need to escape. Okay, so I can't say I really had the physical pain, but this is what I do know. I have always said I could never be bored. I've always said, oh, when I retire, I'll always have to do something, or I just won't be able to retire, because I could never just sit around the house. I could never do that. Now I will sit around the house, but I'm always doing something. You know what I mean? I'm researching something. I'm on YouTube. I mean, long before the YouTube channel, I'm always researching something. So I am combined type. So I check all the boxes on the hyperactivity, impulsivity side. So not only do I have the inattention, but I have that. So it does manifest itself in some, physical symptoms. But a lot of it is the brain whirring, the brain going around and around, very hyperactive brain. So I am just not comfortable with being bored, and this is explaining why. So our brains, for those of us with ADHD, our brains do not make enough dopamine. And that is a neurotransmitter responsible for motivation and reward. So when understimulated, our brain is starving for engagement, turning mild monotony into severe emotional distress. I don't want to just grouse about everything. Oh, this, oh, that, oh, poor me. Oh, I have every symptom. Poor me. I want to be get better with things. I really do. And I believe we can. I really do. I don't think we're ever not going to have ADHD, really. But I also don't think it has to run us. We can control it. I mean, to a degree, we do the best we can. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So here's a breakdown of why this happens. Dopamine starvation. Routine tasks fail to provide the dopamine hits needed to lock and focus, causing the brain to feel like it's shutting down. Agitated boredom, often experienced by a hyperactive, impulsive type. That's me. Lack of stimulation triggers a flight or fight. I'm learning so much more in the past 6 weeks, 2 months since I started researching to do this channel. Wow. Okay. So that fight or flight, that's how I felt. I didn't think of it like that, but I said it was extremely uncomfortable. I know it sounds ridiculous. I'm looking at a blank screen. Why would I be so uncomfortable? I'm waiting to see my therapist that I see every week. And I had to wait a few minutes on Zoom before, the picture opened. Why in the world would that create a fight or flight? That does sound ridiculous. I'm listening to myself say it. It sounds ridiculous, but that's how I felt. I didn't realize how I felt till I just read that. I'm like, that is how I felt. That stress response. Oh no, what do I do? Should I go do something? Maybe I should get up. Should I get up and go do it? Well, I already brushed my teeth. No, and I don't want to leave, because then if I leave, she's going to come on, then I'm late. So I'll just wait here. Then wait for 10 seconds, 20 seconds. All right, do I have a nail file? Is there something I could be doing here? What could I be doing? I mean, I could be organizing my freaking desk. That's what I should have been doing. That's how uncomfortable I was. And agitated boredom. Yeah, like I said, oh yeah, I definitely have the agitated boredom. Oh yeah, I'd say that's for sure. And it does sound ridiculous, oh God, why would boredom? So I wanted to, the reason why I wrote a note is with my therapist, I want to talk with her about maybe practicing. I know that I want to stop practicing doing things I used to do. I've got to relax, because I don't know about, everyone's different with their ADHD, but how mine expresses itself, a lot of is, like I told you, it's very hyperactivity. I mean, I'm physically kind of hyperactive anyway. You see, I use my hands a lot. Obviously, I talk a lot. I kind of fidget. My brain is going 24/7 all the time, and I got to calm down. I've tried meditation. Now, it's somewhat half-hearted. Guess why, guys? I get bored. I just don't feel like meditation's for me. I have practiced, so I used to talk to her a year ago, last summer. She would ask me about the whirling thoughts. Would it stop when I was swimming? Because I'd be swimming a lot, out at a nearby lake and stuff. I love swimming. Always have loved swimming. Always, always. I was always a fish. Love, love, love. And I would tell her, well, kind of and kind of not. If I would bring weights and do you know what I mean? Work my arms, my legs. I could get in a rhythmic thing. Okay. So if I was in a rhythmic movement in the water at the lake, I could stop thinking about things. But let's just say I was floating. So I'm in the water and I'm floating. So I'm doing nothing in the lake but floating, on my back or whatever. I'd be ongoing. Oh my goodness, it's really sunny. Oh, there's a cloud over there. I wonder if it's going to rain. I don't think I heard it was going to rain. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, look at that little bird. That was so cute. Oh, look at that little boy. He's playing over there. Oh, the red. Oh, that's a cute little red suit he has on. Oh, okay. So, you know what I mean? And this is before medication. I will say, Vyvanse, if you're interested, look at my other, if you're interested about medication, I just did a medication video a short while ago. So I'll include the link. Let me think. I think it's up there. I think I'm supposed to go to the right. Anyway, so, Vyvanse helps with this. Thank you. So anyway, not a miracle drug, but I'm only on 30 milligrams, but it's helping. But boredom, yeah. I want to practice being bored. I really think I need to learn this. I think it'll be a therapy for me. I'm interested to see what my therapist knows or thinks about this. Because I feel like I have to practice. I also want to, I just did a video on books, overbuying self-help books. I'm stubborn and I'm frugal, and I want to read the dang books that I bought. So she had suggested I could do audiobooks. I'm like, no, I want to learn how to read again, read my books and focus on them. I really feel like I can retrain my brain. I don't know. I have to do more research. I could be wrong about this. But I do want to give it some time, and now I'm off subject. So I'm trying to be on subject. So about being bored. So yeah, I just wanted to do a quick video about that because it's intriguing to me. And, when I was reading some of this morning, I'm like, I can't be the only one that's like this. Okay, another factor, they said time blindness. Time moves differently with ADHD. We know that. I have actually a video on time blindness as well, and time optimism. I have a lot of time optimism, believe me. That's another video that I'll link if I'm able to link all these videos. I think I can. I'll link it. Time moves differently with ADHD. A few minutes of waiting can feel incredibly prolonged, making the boredom feel unending. That was part of the problem. I didn't know when it will end. Like if I'm waiting in line at the bank, I can see, one more person, then it's my turn. But when I was waiting in front of this computer for the appointment to begin, I was like very uncomfortable. It really stood out to me how uncomfortable I was. I would love to hear from you guys if you know of, you have boredom issues. Do you get very uncomfortable when you're bored? If you know of any woman in midlife that this channel could be helpful, please share it. And until next time.